Today we're out here at this one with the RV garage on a bigger lot. We're out here in Star. We're going to show you that one first, and we're in an amazing location, but we're also going to show you something right across the street right here that also has a 4-car garage and a place to put your RV. And the reason we wanted to be out here is we're right next to the golf course. We're right next to the foothills. You can see them from where we're standing right now. We're in Star, one of the top communities in Boise, especially for those of you local. You guys know it. You have the new highway coming in, and there's a huge sports complex just 5-10 minutes down the road. So a lot of cool things happening in this community with these bigger lots and these really unique and awesome homes. Me and Jesse were just talking about how this first home in particular is one that we would really love. It has some unique features.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorites that I've seen out here in a while. And again, it's going to look a lot different than a lot of the other ones that we've been showing.
Yep.
Amazing area, really cool home. And we're going to show you 2 price points. So
yeah, this first one will be a little bit spendier, and then we'll wait till the end where we show you guys one of the more affordable homes in this community. And keep thinking about, I know a lot of you guys are moving here, or you guys maybe have parents that are in town and you guys want to live in the same neighborhood. So if you guys are looking to upgrade or move here, this is a really cool option to buy both of these houses, and they're building more in this community too. So keep that in mind. And for those of you who are new, me and Jesse do rock, paper, scissors to see who films. The person who loses, they have to sit behind the camera. I think 3 losses in a row. So hopefully we
we'll
can.
see. Oh, we got to count it out.
Got to count it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay. Oh, okay, there it is.
Finally got one. So I think it's 3-2 now. Okay, we're at home number 1. Obviously, you guys can see the RV bay, but right off the bat, and as you guys will see in the drone shots of this community, even the front of these houses are a little bit more unique. You have a little bit of features that they're not as cookie cutter, they're not as the same. You get a really cool feel in this neighborhood with some of the modern touches. So just to start off, I mean, a cool community out here in Star.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, even just the front, you can see some of the landscaping is upgraded from your typical communities in this price range. And part of that is because this particular community, Torchlight Estates, has multiple builders. So when there's multiple builders in here, they're somewhat competing against each other to be like, well, how can I be slightly better? So you get a little bit extra than if you're in a community where it's one builder building every single home.
Yep, that's a really good point. And you guys will see it too on the inside. They don't just do it on the outside, on the inside, they try and one up each other too. And all these builders in here are amazing. This one in particular is built by Katie Cohn's Construction. So they built a beautiful home. This house in particular, it's a really cool one, especially say for the end of this house, because there is a patio upstairs that you guys got to see that gives you a really pretty view of the foothills. So definitely stick around for that. And stick around for some point in the video where me and Jesse will give away some coffee, but you'll have to have some special instructions for that. So right here off the front, you guys are in the office right now. Really cool office, even with these like floating shelves that kind of look like they're drywall just included.
Yeah, even a little bench there, again, storage and or a true seating spot. But again, this is the little touches that they're like, how can I amplify my home compared to my next door neighbor who's a different builder?
Yep. Yeah, and you'll see that as we go throughout the house, and you guys will see the biggest pantry that we've ever seen. This thing is insane, so definitely can't wait to show you guys that. But this is just a start. So the office right off the front, and then from the front you have your 2 bedrooms, which we see all the time. You have the 2 bedrooms up front, which will head into the living area, and then you have a stairs up here, and then this bathroom right here is really cool as well. But we'll head into these 2 bedrooms just to show you guys kind of what they look like. Right here is your bathroom, so this is what would be shared in between these 2 bedrooms. Really just kind of cool, that more matte texture finish in this bathroom. You get the grays. Your bathroom and shower in here has tiling all the way up almost to the ceiling too, which is cool. And then these nice little backsplash touches, like even this little touch here where they put this strip on the top to give it kind of a finished out look. Something they did not need to do. They easily could have just thrown these 2 layers up and then called it good. But
yeah, even the light fixtures built into the mirror. So this is more of a modern style home. I mean, I'd call it modern craftsman per se, because there's a lot of traditional touches and colors, but modern in some of the extra finishes, like having the mirror mounted lights in the bathroom.
For sure, yeah, and you'll see that throughout the house, especially the living area has some really cool features like that. Bedroom number 1, pretty standard, not gonna be oversized or undersized, just a good solid, fit a queen bed in here, spare bedroom. And then the bedroom up at the front will be the same thing. You do get a little closet space right here with some built-in shelving, give you that extra storage. And then these gray doors, if you guys didn't notice, they have gray doors to kind of make them pop a little bit, so it's just not washed out white everywhere.
Yeah, and I like that a lot. I mean, it's still a very neutral palette in here in general, but it's a little bit softer of a white with some extra color like the doors here in taupe or gray.
Yeah, and it pops well because you have the gray, and then you even have, you know, obviously the more luxury windows with the black framing to make everything kind of pop a little.
I say taupe, but other than like those colors, don't ask me what this paint is, because
I can't remember the joke I heard, but it was something like the only reason we have colors like that is because women's nail polish or something,
Oh,
or
that's
like
funny.
something fancy. It was funny.
Man, go to a paint store nowadays and you'll get the most creative paint color names out there.
Yeah, and make sure you guys do the samples on the walls, because
Oh,
I've done it with my wife, and I've heard plenty of stories where the swatch is never the same.
never. You have to paint the actual wall. Yeah.
Then nice long hallway, pretty wide to give you more of that open feel. It doesn't feel crammed. And then this is the first thing, is just the way this opens up with this really unique kind of vaulted ceiling that gets cut off with these beams. It's a really unique look and style that we love. The black finishes, even on the slider. It's the start of what we're talking about with a house like this that I think is really cool.
Yeah, the like you said, the black windows is a great touch, and then this being just a one slant, not like a vault set, meets up high in the middle is really cool, and that's where the modern feature kind of comes in. You see that more on modern homes like this.
Yep.
But really like how it looks in here with the beams to tie in the rest of the cabinetry and the wood features.
For sure. And then before we head into the kitchen and go over some of the touches in there, wanted to touch on what we talked about with kind of where we're at in Star, and we'll talk more about why Star in particular. For those of you who are local, it might be a good spot to move now and get in before things change a little bit. We'll talk about that. And then also just this neighborhood in particular. So obviously you guys who are local, you know about Highway 16 that's getting extended to I-84, so the interstate. That's gonna speed up the drives into Boise, into the airport. And that's gonna be, I mean, Highway 16 is a mile down the road, so you can hop right on that. And then this sports complex in Eagle is 5 minutes down the road, and it's gonna have pickleball courts, tennis courts, soccer courts, all the baseball fields. You're gonna have a fishing pond. You have a track that goes all the way around it, and it connects to the BLM land and all of the trails out there. And for those of you who have seen our Valnova video, it's actually gonna be connected to Valnova eventually too. So we're just right down the street from there, and then in between there, I mean, you could almost walk to the golf course that's just right down the street too. So lots of cool amenities.
Yeah, Highway 16 is probably the biggest and most important infrastructure change to the valley. And I mean, as long as I've lived here, probably that's going to be substantial benefit for all the people that live in Star, Emmett, Middleton, even Eagle, to get really quickly down to I-84.
For sure, yeah, and it's just gonna expand the growth that we've already seen in Star and the price points of homes and stuff like that. So, and then here's the community, just to give you guys an overview. We're down here, you guys get a pond with walking paths here in the middle, but not a huge community. And as we talked about at the beginning, buying the house across the street, if say one of these two homes is not in one of your family members' price points, a cool thing is this community is connected to a Hubble Homes community, a Toll Brothers community, and a Hayden Homes community. So you have homes from 400,000 all the way up to homes like this, and they're all connected. So if you have, you know, two family members in different price points, you can buy a house. Literally, you can see the homes in Toll Brothers from this home in particular. So more opportunity there for, I know a lot of you guys, especially who are moving here, you guys are buying, you know, in the same neighborhood, in the same area. And then for those of you who are local, if, you know, maybe your parents are getting older or you guys just want to be close to family and friends, there's some cool opportunities here. But
yeah, we're seeing that a lot more often, which is exciting to see. I love, my parents moved down here from Washington 2 to 3 years ago. They're not quite in the same community as us, but having family nearby, I mean, it's amazing and exciting to see. We're getting a lot more of that out here.
for sure, yeah, as long as you get along with your family,
That's true,
then
yeah.
you're good.
Yep.
But yeah, these, first off, I mean, these thicker granite countertops is the first thing we noticed when we walked in. You don't see that thick granite too often, and it gives it kind of that luxury look. You have the storage underneath the island, and this island is absolutely massive. And then these cabinetries too. It's like a mix of kind of modern with traditional, so you don't have the full sleek look with the handles underneath. You get a little bit of texture in here.
Yeah, and that's where, again, you can kind of go very, very wrong quickly when you're getting unique finishes like this, but it's a really, really cool blend of the modern lines and architecture with more rustic finishes like this. I mean, really grainy, you know, it's actually textured, it's bumpy, it's not a polished finish, stone, and then again, the wood cabinetry, the white oak color flooring. I mean, they've done a really good job design-wise, but you don't see it as often because it can go wrong quickly if you don't know what you're doing.
For sure, yeah. Thankfully, whoever they have as their designer, they do a really good job. Even little things like this, where you have this kind of accent tiling for the backsplash in here with kind of that fish scale style tiling, gives it that another extra little touch.
Yep.
Then of course you have the 6-burner with the vent. You have the convection / microwave oven here with the oven below, and then you have a little coffee bar.
Yeah, this is an interesting little cabinet that I didn't realize until just now.
Yeah,
there it
is.
There's
another microwave. So you have the convection oven, microwave, and you can put a microwave in here too. Or if you wanted, you could put like your coffee and stuff here to kind of hide it away. I know some of like the coffee bags, they don't look great, right? Just sitting out, so you could keep them hidden away with your mugs and stuff there. So.
My background as an engineer, this is a really cool cabinet. I'm looking at the hinges like, that's pretty sweet. Anyways, yeah.
A unique one.
Yeah.
No, that is cool. And then right here off the kitchen heads into the garage, which we'll head in the garage first. Or should we step in the pantry really quick to show
how interesting it is to hide the pantry? But we're gonna hide the pantry. We're gonna go to that next.
I don't think we can ever say that.
Because it might be the only pantry that we have to save for a little later.
Yeah, we'll give the pantry its time in the limelight for one video. We can head into the garage first. Pretty standard. It's gonna be not oversized, so standard 2-car with the RV bay. And then it's extended out here as well, an extra 15 feet, 20 feet or so. So you got tons of room, and then you of course have the door out to the backyard. And again, for those of you guys, obviously RVs aren't the only option. Most people I feel like use it as a gym and storage. So it's a big popular thing for a lot of people, especially out here in Star. I think Star is the one who started the RV bay trend.
Yeah,
I remember even a few years ago coming out here and being like, why does every house have an RV bay? And now every suburb of Boise is starting to get them, so.
Yeah, once you see it and it fits in your budget, it's pretty much a necessity once you're in this price range out here in Star.
For sure. Okay, now we'll show the pantry because this thing it's stupid how big it is. It's a full walk-in pantry, which...
I mean, this in itself is huge. You do have, some outlets, lights, a little wine and beverage cooler.
Yep, but if that's not enough, you have...
And then panning over this way, a double pantry.
A double pantry. So you have even more storage in here underneath the stairs, which is a really good utilization of space to have that pantry connected to where underneath the stairs is. So you can kind of use it as your extra pantry space, but yeah, absolutely insane pantry.
That's a lot of food storage.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, yeah. For those of you guys who are preppers here or out of state, yeah, that's the kind of pantry you guys want. So, and then we didn't even touch on this, but it does have the dual sliding glass doors. So you get one on this side, oversized sliding glass door, and you get one on the other side. And one cool thing about this house is you get the covered patio and it's really massive, but it actually wraps around the house. And when we go into the master, you'll see how that wraps around to give you that extra outdoor entertainment space on this bigger lot at almost 1/4 acre. So
yeah, and the whole thing is covered too, so you have the extra concrete, but it is all covered all the way around to the side over here.
And then definitely an oversized master bedroom, and you get that same look that we have in the living room with the vaulted getting cut off at the top. You have the beautiful actual wood beams, so it gives that nice look, kind of that modern mix with really a homey feel. It's a unique house. I love what they've done. And you get the extra tall baseboards too, which we didn't talk about, but that's another thing that just adds to the touch. And you get the sliding doors in the master too. So as you can see, it wraps all the way around the house to give you a ton of patio space out here. And then from here, heads into the master bathroom, which I think is really cool. First off, this light fixture that you guys might not be able to see right now, very unique. It gives it kind of like a luxury hotel feel. And I haven't seen a light fixture like that in a little while. So then they don't do the same stone countertops throughout. So you get the same thick granite in the master that you got in the kitchen, but it's different. So same kind of tones and feels, but it gives you a more unique feel to kind of differentiate your parts of the house.
Like you said, luxury hotel wise, this backsplash light and mirror setup is really cool. I mean, it even has lights you can turn on and off. I think that's probably like a defrost type of button when you have a shower or a bath in here. But this looks like and feels like, again, a high-end hotel with all the different lighting setup in here.
Yeah, and so this home's definitely above and beyond. And again, we're gonna hit this one will be a Brady-approved shower. Jesse wasn't a fan of the all glass.
I like my privacy.
Yeah, he likes his privacy. He doesn't want his family walking in on him, I guess. But this is definitely a Brady-approved. This thing's awesome. I love the seat and kind of this kind of open feel. It makes the bathroom feel like one.
Yeah, even the two windows above you right there. Obviously, we have all the lights on now, which is ample brightness. But if you were to have those off, you'd still have quite a bit of light in here with this big window above the oversized tub and the two little windows there in the shower.
The only thing I will say that would be a downside to this much glass is the hard water that we have. But there are tips and tricks to make it really pretty easy to get those off. I know Jesse has a cleaning company, so he has some tips and tricks for you guys, but that would be the only downside. But it's not hard to install a water softener.
Yeah, like you said, lots of different, fairly low, I mean, not high-end cost type fixes. Simple water softener, reverse osmosis, a whole house filtration system, or obviously just taking care of the glass itself, so wiping off the water. They actually have some really cool products like ceramic coatings for cars where you can just do it to your glass and it just sheds it.
So it goes right down?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a cool feature. Then you have your master closet. Not oversized, not undersized. I think pretty much just the right size for most people. And their built-ins are just a little bit a step above from what you can see in even others. They're a little bit thicker, have a little bit nicer look, which I appreciate in this builder.
Yeah.
And then it goes right into the laundry room, which again, as you guys know, is being more and more popular. Every builder is starting to do it now to give that kind of ease of putting your laundry in the laundry room. And now we're connected right back to where we went through the garage, right back into the kitchen. So, and you guys didn't see it, but there is a door here too. So if you just want access to your master, you can actually close this off. That way people, aren't walking through there if you don't want them to. And before we head upstairs to probably my favorite part of this house with that patio upstairs and some extra room up there, just want to take a second and talk about, obviously me and Jesse, we appreciate you guys watching this and supporting us and our families. And as we always say, we're here to not just be your real estate transaction people. We're here to build relationships and be more real estate advisors and friends and be there for all of your needs, not just real estate. So shoot us a text, shoot us a call, whether you're wanting to learn more about these homes that we're looking at today, or you're thinking about moving here, or you're thinking about listing your house this spring and moving from Boise to Star to Boise, or wherever you're at in the valley. We'd love to go sit down and just get to know you guys who are local and grab coffee. So reach out anytime. And as a reminder too, we're having a little friendly competition and would appreciate your guys' support in this as we're trying to catch up and beat some of the other agents in the valley. So if you could subscribe to the channel, helps us out, and it would be cool for us to get to that point. Comment down below anything. Make fun of us, we don't care. Just comment something. If you want to make fun of my hair or how short Jesse is compared to me, whatever it is, comment down below. And then we mentioned the coffee giveaway. When we get to 500 subscribers, we're going to do a big giveaway. So that also helps us out there. But
Yeah, we're getting there, and
Yeah.
I'm excited for that one. We'll think of something cool, but
Yeah.
we have to get a little closer to the 500 mark, and we like to give back, whether it's community or clients or obviously everyone on here that's helped supporting us. So a big thank you once we get to that point.
For sure. Yeah, we always appreciate you guys. But now we'll head to this home, but still stick around because the second home is more affordable than this one, but also still up there with some of these luxury finishes. Before we head upstairs though, this half bath is absolutely insane for a half bath. You have this very unique, shiny tiling all the way up to the ceiling. You have a chandelier in here. You have what looks like half a foot of granite, but it's actually just kind of wrapped around. But a really cool, just luxury feel for when you have people over and they have to use the restroom. And then we will head upstairs to our favorite part of this house. Okay, now upstairs, right off the bat, you have a full bathroom in here. It's a little hard to see the shower, but you have tiling all the way up to the ceiling. You continue this luxury look with different finishes, so a different style backsplash, a different style mirror in here.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's actually like flush mount to the tile.
Yeah.
Which again, just a small extra little detail touch that actually I haven't seen ever here.
Yeah,
So
no, that's
pretty
really cool. Yeah. And then here is kind of bonus room, you know, guest room, entertainment room, whatever you want up here. And then of course, this is our favorite part. And why this location in particular is really cool is, if I can open the door, it's heavy. You get a view of the foothills out here. So you can see the foothills, and those aren't going to be built out, so you're never going to really lose that BLM land out there with the bushes. And then if you guys look to your right, you get a really awesome view of the mountains over there.
Yeah,
You guys can't see it, but man, in person, you get all the mountains of Boise.
yeah, you can almost see actually the whole face of Bogus Basin, our local ski hill, and at night you'll see the lights light up for night skiing, and
Yeah.
it's a really cool scene from over here, but you know, just particularly up here on this patio.
Yeah, that's a view that you can't get very often at all, and to get the entire mountain range like that,
Yeah,
and
that
even
was
in this
cool.
room, I can see him out the window. Jesse might not be able to, but
Can't quite reach.
to get the whole mountains like that, though, you really don't get that very often. Sometimes you'll get half, sometimes you'll get 70%, but to get like the whole mountain view out your patio is really cool. So this is home number one. This home is at 1.15 million, so definitely in the higher price point, but as you guys can see at over 3,000 square feet, all these luxury finishes, it's a home that it's right there with par with what we see everywhere else, and especially out here in Star. The next home though is going to be more affordable than this one. It'll be a little bit smaller, doesn't have the RV bay, but equally as cool. And so we'll head over to home number two and check out that one. Okay, now we're over here at home number two, which has a 4-car garage. It doesn't have the RV bay, but it has this section here where you can pull in your RV or your boat, and there's plenty of room back there in the backyard. So even though you don't get the RV bay, you get that, which is a cool feature. And this lot is bigger than the last one. Trying not to fall here with all this ice.
Yeah, and what's cool, you know, every community is different, and we get this asked a lot from locals or people coming from out of state. Can I park an RV behind the fence? Do I have to have it, you know, covered? And every community is gonna be a little different, but this particular one, you can park and store things behind the fence line, and that's perfectly fine. I'd say most communities are like that, but some of them will, you know, it require you to enclose it, and that's where the RV bay is important if you do actually have an RV.
Yep, that's exactly right. And yeah, most are RV friendly as long as it's not in the road or it's not bothering anybody. You're good to have it on the side of the house. But as you can see, so 2-car garage here, and as you'll see, we'll go inside one of them to show you they're actually like big 2-car garages. They're not going to be the small ones. You have this kind of cool little vinyl overlay, give you a wood tone in here. So 2 garages that both have their separate entrance, and we'll show you inside the house. And then this kind of European style front patio entryway. And we thought this was a cool entryway. They have the big window up here with the glass window inserts, and then when you come around, there's actually a sliding glass door right here, which you'll see what that is once we get inside too. But
yeah, this looks much more impressive than the price point. I mean, it's a really nice home inside, good space, good price. But I mean, walking through here, I mean, it feels like you could easily see this on a $2 million home.
Yeah, and this is much more affordable than the last one we looked at too. So we'll talk about the price here at the end, but walking into the front, much more modern, kind of masculine, darker tones in this house than the last one. But you're gonna see throughout the house, you still get a lot of those luxury finishes like you saw at the last one. I mean, starting off right here, you have the oversized island with this nice kind of gray quartz. And then here you have like a coffee wine bar area. There's already champagne in here too, which if you guys want to see this house, we'll grab a glass.
Grab a bottle, yeah.
Obviously tons of storage space, a more modern look too, like I said. So instead of that little texture inlay that we had on the last house, it is the full like sleek style. And then the backsplash too, you can tell more modern, more masculine style backsplash in the kitchen as well. But I do like how they give you a two-tone countertop. So you get the gray quartz here and the white quartz on your outside countertops with that underlight cabinetry as well. So a little bit unique there.
Yeah, some other finishing touches that, like again, with communities like this, builders are able to kind of explore a little bit more. So you actually have, you know, concrete or ceramic pendant lights here, which is pretty cool. So
I did notice that. It's sweet. Yeah, kind of continues with that theme of the masculine modern feel with these black tones, and even the baseboards are a darker gray to kind of give that contrast between the white walls. And then you have your dining room here with the modern houses. One thing that we do love about the modern is all the windows you get. So you get the 3 big windows here, you get the sliding glass door, you get a wall of windows here. And this does go out to a covered patio. It's not gonna be as big as the last house we looked at, but still a good sized patio. And this lot, like we said, is a little bit bigger at just over 1/4 of an acre.
Yeah, really well landscaped, and that's one of the things with this community. You know, they have more than the minimum requirement for trees and bushes, and a lot of these large stone features, which is really cool. I mean, you wouldn't really need to come in here and make any changes landscaping wise.
Nope, yeah, and you don't get that with a lot of builders. Usually you just get 2 trees and then some rock and grass, but they definitely went over the top with the landscaping. And this home was built by Sustainable Homes. So Sustainable Homes is this house. The last one was Katie Collins, and there's 3 or 4 different builders in this community. And as we talked about at the beginning, one nice thing about communities like this is you get 3, 4, 5 builders to really give you a unique community. So you don't have just a bunch of the same style houses. You get a unique look as you go through. And Sustainable Homes with this one is just another awesome builder off the front. Then in the kitchen, you have the convection microwave, and then you have the oven here, so you don't get the dual ovens. And then your pantry here, it's not gonna be as big as the last one, but still a really good sized pantry. Definitely oversized pantry for what you see in most houses.
Yeah, plenty of space for the majority of us. The window up there, just again, extra touches to let a little bit more light in and not have it be a cave.
Yeah, that is nice to have the window in there. And then your laundry room's actually off the kitchen in this home. So really big laundry room, and you still get the quartz countertops in here. Plenty of cabinet space on both sides actually. So then your mudroom, and we can step into this garage first. So this is garage number 1, and it's right off the kitchen area. And as you can see, it's not a small 2-car garage. It's easily fits a truck, 2 cars, and you still have a little bit of space to spare on the sides too.
Yeah, definitely, you know, tall enough for your full-size truck, long enough. Obviously, if it's lifted, then you might be getting close, but this is plenty big for most vehicles out here, and this is one of the 2 garage setups.
Yep, and the other one's actually a little bit bigger than this, but not by much. So both garages have plenty of space, and you'll see the second garage entrance here in a second, and why it could be cool for, you know, if you're married and the husband's over there by the office and the wife parks over here towards, you know, more the main entrance. Then off the living area, all of your bedrooms are gonna be on one side of the house. So you have the entryway here, you have the kitchen over there, and then your master is off on its own right here. And then your bedrooms are all gonna be down this hallway. So we'll take a look at these bedrooms, and then we'll wrap back around to this master. You have a half bath right here off for, you know, entertaining. One cool thing I noticed is this little kind of stone sink on top of the granite countertops is a cool little touch. And then you have a full tiled wall all the way up to the ceilings in here. And these toilets are a little bit unique too. Kind of what I would call a modern toilet.
Yeah, yep.
More than just your basic toilet that you see in most houses.
Yeah, not just the Costco, go buy it in bulk.
Yeah,
toilet.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And then more windows here in the hallway to look out to your kind of European front patio. And then bedroom number 1 is right here. These bedrooms aren't going to be oversized or undersized. Pretty standard bedroom size, so fit a queen in here with a little extra space and be fine. We do get the 10-foot ceilings throughout this house too, which is pretty standard in most like semi-luxury or luxury builders in here. And then right here is bathroom number 2. So you get the dual vanity in here. You get a tub and shower, and it's closed off, so you get the door for privacy for the 2 bedrooms to kind of share this bathroom. And then bedroom number 2 is just right here on the other side, and it'll actually just be the same size as the last bedroom we looked at. And then across the way here is the office that we were talking about, with the garage entrance right here off the front too. So cool little office space. You actually get the 12-foot ceilings in this office to make it feel a little bit more open. And then you have that sliding glass door that we saw when we first entered this house. So little sliding glass door to, I mean, if you want, you could walk through here to your front door if you don't want to walk all the way around, or just have a little bit of extra space here to bring in the natural light, or even enter the office from here too.
Yeah, like you said, if you're truly working from home, having this quick access to, I mean, it's not necessarily, it's outside, but it's still part of your patio. Come out here, take a break, take a phone call in the fresh air. So kind of cool that it was designed this way. And just like you see from the exterior, the front elevations of these homes, because they're not building 50 of the same home here, each home, for the most part, is designed for the lot they're building on. So it feels like a custom home, and it looks like a custom home as you drive down the road. So that's why these little, 20 to 50 home communities with 3 to 5 builder teams look so unique, because each home is really different and almost customized for that lot.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the reason we came out here to Torchlight Estates. That's the name of this community. And we're out here in Star, and talked about it before, but Star is starting to look like this is everything that's going to be out in Star. So these smaller 20 home communities with, a walking path, maybe a pool, but more of your 800,000 and up homes, these luxury style houses, are really that's all that's going to be out in Star, because these builders like Hubble Homes, Toll Brothers, Hayden Homes, CVH Homes, Star has gotten so expensive, the land itself, that it doesn't make sense for them, and they can't actually make it work to build these $400,000 to $600,000 homes. And so in the next 2 years, these builders are going to finish out all of the communities they have out here, and they're not going to be able to buy more land to build more communities. So you're going to see a lot of this. It's going to look a lot like Eagle, Idaho looks right now, with mostly your luxury communities in that, $900,000 median price point, which for some people, if you want to live out in Star in 2 years in the lower price points, that's not going to be an option really. But for those of you who are looking to move out to Star right now or live here, and you want to get in while they're still here, some of these lower price point homes, it's a good opportunity, because Star is just rising up as far as home value and size goes. So
yeah, and there still are opportunities over the next maybe 1 to 2 years, maybe even 3 years out, but the communities surrounding, in particular, somewhere like Torchlight Estates, Hayden Homes, Hubble Homes, Toll Brothers, they're getting close to being completely sold out of those communities. But as we've seen, just in walking distance, there are those opportunities, especially for anyone looking to be close to their family or have multiple families move together to be in the same area.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, while that's still available, it's an awesome option. But these are the 2 homes that we looked at here in Torchlight Estates, but we still have to look at the master. So let's go take a look at the master bedroom. We almost skipped out on the best part of the house.
And then some coffee.
Yep, we'll be giving away some coffee here soon. But master, you have the bathroom right off the front, which we'll take a look at, and then a really good size, oversized master. You could easily fit some chairs in here, even like a little futon or bench here by the windows. And then you do get a door out to your covered patio from the master as well, which is always nice for, you know, if you have a coffee bar in the bathroom or you have it here somewhere in the room. And there's a lot of windows in here. You do get the 11-foot ceilings in the master to make it feel a little bit more grand.
Yeah, and I would say, you know, both of these homes compared to some of the more national size builders, these both feel really homey. Like you walk in and you feel like you could just sit down and hang out for a while. Sometimes the all white, you know, very bland finishings, it doesn't feel quite as homey. It doesn't have that comfort, but all of these homes, or the 2 homes we've toured in this community so far, like they feel like you walk in and could be living there.
No, for sure, yeah. No, and it's nice to have that, like you step into the house and you feel like you're at home. You don't feel like you have to add anything, paint anything, add any, you know, fixtures or anything like that. So you want a home that's ready to go. But the master bathroom, I love how they did this shiplap right here to kind of round out this little tub area, give it a little bit more of a unique look. And they continue that kind of darker gray. And you have the big window to let in all this natural light. And then these mirrors with these light fixtures are actually really cool. Kind of that, what is it, the rounded out?
Yeah, the arched top.
Yeah.
It's, again, small touches, but it actually has an impact as you're walking in. It looks different than, you know, just your everyday home next door.
Yeah, and then the master shower here, nothing too insane. It is a pretty shower. It has the single shower head. You have the glass on both sides. There's a nice, you guys won't be able to see it, but there's a nice stone tiling on the bottom, which has some texture, which actually feels good on your feet. It doesn't feel as slippery as just straight tile would feel. And then you have your toilet room and your walk-in closet, which a little bit on the smaller end for a walk-in closet for what these homes and a lot of the ones we look at, but there's still plenty of space in here, plenty of room to hang your clothes and put your shoes in the built-ins. And almost forgot, we're giving away the coffee. So the first 3 people to comment down below in the comments, comment your favorite feature out of these 2 houses. So whether it was the vaulted ceilings in the first house or whether it was the style of this home, whatever you guys think it is, just comment that down below and then put the word coffee and I'll reach out to you guys. And for those of you watching on the television, sitting on your couch right now, just text us the same thing and we'll send you over some coffee gift cards.
Yeah, and at this price point, which I'll let Brady share the details on that, but again, a lot of home and all the amenities and finishing touches that you'd expect at a higher price point, actually.
Yeah, no, and at what, 2,700 square feet, 3 bedrooms with the office, with this luxury style community, and this home is listed at $880,000. So almost 300,000 or around 300,000 less than the last home we looked at. So definitely much more affordable than the 1.15 million. And definitely something that a lot of you guys, it's within reach and within reason. And like we said, they are building more homes in this community. So these aren't the only 2. There's about 15 homes left in Torchlight Estates. So still plenty of options. If either of these 2, maybe you want something just a little bit different. These 2 builders have other homes in here as well as the other 3 builders. So that's Torchlight Estates. If you guys have questions, we appreciate you guys watching, but check out this video here. If maybe this price point's a little bit too much, you want to check out the Toll Brothers communities that are in Star that have lower price points. We go through Aliso Creek right here, where we go through some of their lower price point homes in the 400,000 to 500,000 range, but they still also have some of the 1/4 acre lots that you're seeing today. So they do have homes in the 1/4 acre lots that are a little bit bigger, but we appreciate you guys watching and we hope to meet you in person.